Okay, guys, good evening. I am sorry once again for starting late. We are literally about 30 minutes late, but I promise you this is going to be a great session and you would really love it. And I just want to thank everyone for your patience and for waiting for me. And I'm looking forward to engaging with you guys today. We haven't had, for some of you, we haven't had an engagement in quite a while. I know KG has been taking care of you guys, and I hear really good news with the testimonies that we're getting from you guys. For some of you, we're not getting testimonies, so I don't know what is wrong, what is happening, and why are we not getting testimonies, because I'd love to see everyone being celebrated and being profitable. Guys, please do not be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to, if you are struggling, let us know. We are here to assist you so that you can become a better trader. We don't just want to take your money and you don't benefit in any way. All right, so please, if you have any questions, you're struggling with anything, please let us know. Either myself, KG, or anyone part of the team, let us know, and then we'll help you to become better. All right, that's what we are here for. So today, as I said, we're having a trading psychology session. We won't be looking at all at the charts. We'll just be discussing the human mind and some of the problems that you are facing as a trader, and yes, see how we can help you. And once you start seeing, once you start having what you start noticing or start being aware of what is happening to you, that's the thing that I want you guys to get today, is just have that awareness of what is happening to you. And once you have that awareness, you are able to start combating, because you can never know the enemy that you can never fight an enemy that you don't know. I see someone, Abongo, is asking about valid order box. Can we please keep the questions to what we are discussing today? The other questions we can address later. All right, today we are strictly discussing trading psychology, so may all our questions be psychology related. All right, Abongwe, you can send that question maybe to KG, or you can send it to myself, and then we'll respond. But in the group, let's just keep it to all the comments. Let's just keep them to trading psychology only. All right, let's go. So before I begin, guys, I just want to give out a disclaimer that any opinion, news, research, prices, analysis, or other information discussed in this webinar is linked to this presentation is provided as general market commentary and does not constitute as investment advice. The market observations and insights provided are based on current data and trends and for informational purposes only. They do not constitute as financial advice, recommendations, or endorsement of any kind. Trading and investing involved inherent risk. You should consult with a licensed financial advisor to evaluate the suitability of any strategy, trading, or investment decision based on your individual financial situation. My name is Isaac Izy, and I am a JR of FSP 53590. All right. I won't even go through this because all of you, I'm assuming you guys already know me. All right, so today we are starting with understanding the mind, the filtering perceptions, and reframing losses. That's what we're going to be discussing today. Understanding the mind, filtering perception, and reframing losses. All right, let me just write in the group there. Only trading psychology. All right, as per the webinar tonight. Any other questions can be sent in privately to me or at KG. All right, thank you. Apologies for that. Understanding the mind, filtering perceptions, and reframing losses. Guys, if you understand that trading is a battlefield, it's a war. All right, trading is a battlefield, it's a war, and most times it's a war against yourself. All right. Trading is a battlefield, it's a war, and most times, not always, because even the market is your enemy and you are fighting against the market, but most times it's a battle against self. you'll notice that most of the losses you take, it's mainly based off 99 or 90% of the time is based off the irrational decisions you've made rather than how the market moved. All right. Introduction to trading psychology. Trading psychology refers to the mental and emotional aspect that influence trading decisions. I often hear people talking about trading psychology, and I'm like, a lot of people don't even understand what that concept means. In simple terms, trading psychology refers to the mental and emotional aspect that influence trading decisions. All right? Mental capacity and your emotional capacity that can influence your trading decisions. By this definition, you start understanding that this goes beyond trading. It's who you are as an individual. It's your emotional intelligence. It's your mental intelligence as an individual before it comes into trading. Because if you are not emotionally intelligent in your own personal life, you will not be emotionally intelligent in trading. You will not be able to manage your emotions in trading if you can't manage your emotions in your personal life. All right. If you don't make good quality decisions in your personal life, there is no way that you'll be able to make good quality decisions in trading. So it goes beyond trading. It first starts with self. That's why I said the battlefield, it's against self before it's even the market. Most time you are fighting against yourself. And I once read somewhere they said the greatest battle that you'll ever fight is the battle against self. And the greatest victory you will ever have is a victory against self. Because once you conquer yourself, once you conquer your emotions, once you conquer your comfort, your comfort zone, once you conquer you're not being disciplined, once you conquer irresponsibility, you then become the person that is worth of the success that you seek. Does that make sense? All right. The importance of understanding psychology is that it helps you as a trader to manage emotions. You see, I didn't say understanding trading psychology. I said understanding psychology helps traders to manage their emotions, to maintain discipline, and to develop consistency. Understanding psychology, not understanding trading psychology. All right. I'm even tempted to say there is no such thing as trading psychology. We just have psychology because they fear and we just speak of trading psychology in the context of being in trading, but it's really just psychology overall, holistically psychology. All right. And these are the common psychological pitfalls that traders face. It's fear, it's greed, it's overconfidence, it's revenge trading, and analysis paralysis. These are the most common ones that a lot of traders face, and we're going to be discussing some of them and how to overcome them in your personal lives and also in trading. All right. Do I make sense so far? All right. So, for some of you, you will know that I am a studier of the human brain. I am. Sorry, Lani. Okay. Apologies on that. So for many of you, you'll know that I am a studier of the human brain and human behavior. All right. And I'm currently studying what we call neuro-linguistic programming. All right. It's a study of how language and cognitive processes shape human behavior, either verbal or non-verbal language. All right. This is how we study. We study why people behave a certain way. All right. And I felt this is so powerful that in trading, when I start understanding why people behave a certain way, and if I can shine that light, the reason why you're doing this is because of 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I can shed that light on you and you start understanding your own behavior and you have the awareness, then you are able to combat that. So remember, in trading, let's say in trading psychology, it's about the awareness. All right. It's not really you don't get to a place you say fear doesn't attack me anymore or greed doesn't creep up on me anymore. No, it's about just knowing when it comes and be able to identify it for what it is. A lot of you are struggling with irrational emotional decisions because you don't know what is happening to you. Am I correct? Let's speak of reverse trading, for instance. Most people, and I'm even tempted to say everyone that has reverse traded, it's not because they said I'm going to reverse trade, it's that their account, an account hit a stop loss and they just entered that trade without analyzing, because of that, hey, I want to get my money back, or it looks like it's gonna go up, but without even being aware that, hey, reverse trading is kicking in. Am I correct in saying that? Speak to me in the group. Am I correct in saying that most time when you reverse trade or when you go on a bigger lot size, it's not something that you think and make an informed decision about? Isn't there a way that the class could be recorded because I'm being affected? Okay, I'm recording the class now, and I'll load it on the website, and then I'll let you guys know when it's loaded. All right. So it's speak to me in the group, guys. Have you noticed that most time when fear kicks in, or FOMO kicks in, or over trading, or over leveraging, or any other irrational decisions you do in trading, have you noticed that you don't sit and think about it? You just do it automatically, and then you regret it after? Why is that? It's because you are not aware of the emotion that is currently attacking you. But if you are aware of the emotions when it pops up, okay, now fear is kicking in. What do I have to do? Based off my rules, this is what I said. Whenever fear kicks in and you start noticing the patterns, okay, I'm more fearful when 1, 2, 3, and 4 happens. Then I know that to combat that, I need to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Does that make sense, guys? Most time it's we are not aware of what is happening to us, and as a result we make irrational decisions. But when you start being aware, that's what really trading psychology is about. It's about bringing awareness, so you are aware of what is happening to you in that particular moment and know what to do to combat that particular behavior. All right, so in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, we study how language, verbal and non-verbal, and how patterns get people to behave a certain way. That's what we're going to be talking about today. All right, and how does this help you as a trader? It helps you to reprogram your limiting beliefs, to build emotional resilience, and enhance decision making. Guys, in trading, it's really all about the quality of the decisions you make that determines whether you're a successful trader or not. All right, write that down. In trading, it all boils down to the quality of the decisions you make. That's the determining factor of whether you will be successful or not. Because it's not about whether you know where to enter. It's about, did I make the decision to enter? It's not about, I know where I have to put my stop loss. Did I make the decision to put my stop loss? It's not about, do I know whether to use the right or wrong lot size? It's about, did I use the right lot size? It's about, did I get out when I was supposed? The quality of the decisions you make will be the determining factor over and above what you know, because a lot of you guys know but you don't execute, you don't decide based off what you know. Am I correct or am I correct? All right, I'm gonna ask that so unlike KG, I love to engage with people so I know we are on the same page. So I need you guys to be on the WhatsApp, if it's a fire emoji, if it's a thumbs up or whatever, so I know we are on the same page. Because if I don't see anything, I don't know if you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me, and plus I can't see your faces and all of that. So I'd really love it if someone or a few of you in the group, you can just send either a fire emoji, a thumbs up, or anything, so I know that we are on the same page. All right, so I know that we are communicating. All right, so as I said, it all boils down to decision making. Actually, write it in the group. My success in trading is dependent upon the quality of the decisions I make. All right, my success in trading, write it down. Write it in the group so I know you hear me. My success in trading boils down to the quality of the decisions I make. That's all there is, guys. What you know is important, but what's more important is the execution of what you know. Applied knowledge is better than known knowledge. All right. So that's what we're going to be helping you to make good quality decisions, okay? So the key principles that we're going to be talking about today is what we call the map is not the territory. Our perception shapes our reality. But most time, sorry about that. Most times, because of our experiences, our behaviors and our decisions, or the information we have is limited to the experiences we have. So your mind, or your human brain, when we say the map is not the territory, what we're saying is your mind is not really the reality. It's just your perception of reality. Please hear me. Your mind is not really, or rather your thoughts, or what we call the map, is not it's not reality. It's just your perception of reality. All right. It's how one person can see one thing the other way and the other one sees it up totally different. Both of you are reacting based off your experiences, not based off what is real. You get what I'm saying? I see questions. How do you deal with market in case you start profiting, then you lock your profits after a few candles, comes back to your entry and take your items available to go, just let it run? I would say first thing, we need to identify what the problem is. We need to, let me write the questions so that we don't lose track of what we're talking about. And then at the end, you can write your questions as I go. And then at the end, I will come and answer all the questions so we don't miss or disrupt the progress. All right. Write your questions. Don't feel bad. Write them down. Even though I don't answer them now, I will, at the end of the session, I'll go back to the beginning and I answer every question one by one. All right. Your mind is not really the reality. It's your perception of reality. All right. It's like, think of it this way. If you grew up being chased by dogs, and you are always running, if like myself, and I'm giving this example because that's I've always been chased by dogs when I was young, where I grew up, and I'd always just so if you grew up knowing that when the dog runs towards you, you run, but now you are grown and you see a dog running towards you, what are you going to do? Immediately your instinct is that I'm going to start running. But what if the dog was just excited to see you, didn't want to bite you? But because of your perception of reality and the experience that you have, when you see something like that happening, you immediately connect it to danger and you run. All right. How many of you have ever seen, you'll often see videos, or even maybe it has happened to you, you just may be walking and you just see someone running and you start running without knowing what they're running away from. You just see a group of people running and you just also start running. Why do we do that? What you've done is you've generalized the experience that you are now witnessing based off the experiences you've had in the past. So your mind is linking the unknown. I don't know what is happening, so I'm going to take that information, try and find something that I can relate it to in my mind that is known, and then that's the decision I'm going to make, and I'm just going to run without understanding what the people are running away from. All right. So the map is not the territory. It's really just our perception that defines our realities for us. All right. Does that make sense, guys? We're going to learn about the power of language in thought patterns. Language, as I said, non-verbal and verbal language. How certain smells, certain colors can trigger something and cause you to behave. Again, let's talk in trading. When you see the red color in trading, immediately your behavior changes. Why? Because you've attached a certain meaning to the color red. That's language. That's information. You've attached a certain meaning to the color red that then influences your decisions. So it's like if you're staying with someone who's never traded before, they don't understand anything, and you just show them the red color, they won't understand, what is going on there. I just see numbers going up and down. But to you, that has a different meaning, and that then changes the way you behave. But to that person, it has no effect. What they will maybe connect it to is, oh, I see numbers, or maybe it's a calculator, or maybe it's maths. Or you often hear people saying, do you need to know maths to trade forex? It's because they are linking numbers that they see there and the graphs of this. Do you need to know accounting? They are linking the unknown to the known, to their own experiences. The same thing with us. When we see the color red or the color blue makes us feel good. That's why you see even the color of ATY Markets logo is blue, because it makes us feel good. We know blue means money. We've attached the color blue to the power, to the color. We've attached the color blue to profits, right? So you see that if you start changing the meaning of the things you see, you're literally changing your whole trading game. If you start attaching different meanings to losses, you start changing your whole trading, because you are the decider of all of this. That's the most beautiful thing. You decide what these things mean to you. All right? The power of knowledge and thought patterns. State management and emotional control. That's what we're going to be learning about today. How NLP can be used to improve confidence and reduce hesitation. It's all about attaching a different meaning, guys. Attach a different meaning. I tell you, your trading psychology is gonna be on a whole new level. All right. Do we understand each other so far? Can I get a thumbs up? Are we all good? If there's any questions, please write them, and then we can move on to the understanding the human mind in trading. Understanding the human mind in trading. How do you quickly separate yourself from the own perceptions and the reality of trade as you're analyzing or executing? The best thing is, or rather the tough thing is that if this is not something you do quickly, you do it over time. Firstly, you need to be aware. All right, you need to be aware of what is happening. 2, you need to be a master of certain things. That's why I've sent you guys the trading plan, and I think I owe you guys a session where we discuss the trading plan, where you really just build a systematic approach to trading and have rules that have been clearly defined for you that can help you to answer this question, that maybe my perception is wrong, but based off my rules, this is the reality that I need to be following. All right, so we're gonna touch on that when I owe you guys. I know I've sent you guys the trading plan, but we never really discussed it. Well, let's have a session maybe next week and let's discuss it, so I can really help you guys to develop a trading plan that can help you to avoid many of the irrational decisions that we make. All right, understanding the human. I see they say we can move on. Understanding the human mind in trading. We have what we call the conscious mind, and we have what we call the subconscious mind. All right, the conscious mind handles logic and reasoning. The subconscious mind controls emotions and habits. Think of it this way. The conscious mind is a manual gear. If you are a driver, you know there's a manual gear, and the subconscious mind is the automatic gear. The car is still moving, but it's done automatically. With the other mind, it's done manually. So your subconscious mind is the one that is active, the one you think about, the one where you say, okay, like right now I'm making a decision that I'm speaking to you guys. You guys are making the decision that you are listening to me. You're doing that through the subconscious. You're doing that through the conscious mind. Some of you are busy fiddling with your phone, or you're looking at TV. Maybe you're not really focused on what I'm saying right now. If you are here, please repent and start paying attention. Okay, I can see you sitting there by your TV. You're trying to listen to me, but you're also trying to watch the TV. It's not going to work. Repent. Switch off the TV and listen to me. Muzi, I know that's you. I can see you. Irene, I can see you. Switch off the TV. You're doing that. Your subconscious mind is the one that is automatic, that's juggling you through the TV and the phone, but your subconscious mind is the one that decides where you want to focus on. All right. The conscious mind is the manual one. The subconscious mind is the automatic one. The subconscious mind is the most powerful one, as is the one that drives emotion. It's the automatic. It gets us to act automatically without. It's like if you know how to drive, you've been driving for a long time, and you drive a manual car. You'll know you don't remember putting gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. You can multitask, maybe speak to someone, be on your phone. You don't remember doing that, but your hand keeps doing it. Sometimes you don't even remember the stop or the robot. You remember you stopped at the robot, but you don't really remember seeing the robot being green or the robot being red. You just do these things automatically. Does that make sense? That's your subconscious mind. It builds habit. If it gets fed information many times, it turns that into a habit and it starts doing it automatically. Now, the conscious mind is powerful because it's the one that feeds the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind only receives from the conscious mind. It doesn't receive anywhere else. Whatever it gets from the subconscious, and the subconscious mind doesn't know what's wrong and what is right. Doesn't know what's wrong, what is right. Whatever it receives, it makes it a reality. If you think in negative thoughts, it receives it and it just makes your life to be a negative life, because it doesn't know whether negative is good or right. So that's why you need to train your conscious mind to feed your subconscious mind the right information. Am I making sense, guys? Do we have a clear understanding of the subconscious mind and the conscious mind? How even in trading, you need to feed your conscious mind the right things. If you don't feed your subconscious mind the right things through your conscious mind, your subconscious mind will always lead you to losses, because it only receives this negative information and it has to make it a habit. It has to make it a habit. That's what it's been programmed to do. Its sole purpose is to receive information. So think of your subconscious mind also as a ground, right? As the soil. All it does is receive seed. Whatever. If you plant an apple, it will grow apples. If you plant bananas, it will grow bananas. It doesn't care whether you like oranges. If you put the seed, I can like oranges and I hate apples. But if I put the seed of apples on the ground, apples will grow, not oranges. So I can like success, but I feed my mind failure, I will only receive failure. So that which I consciously choose to think about. So that's the beautiful thing about the subconscious. You can stop yourself from thinking negative things. You can say, hey, stop thinking, start thinking this. You focus on that. You force your mind to focus on that. That's what we also call visualization and rewiring your mind. Automatically, because you've been programmed to think negatively, you end up automatically thinking negatively, but now you have to force yourself to think positively. You know, it's like saying, oh, I'm always blowing accounts. No, I'm not always blowing accounts. I'm learning and I'm becoming a better trader. You blow an account and that thought comes, oh, I'm always blowing. No, you say, I'm not always blowing accounts. I'm not always blowing accounts. You start thinking, I'm a profitable trader. I am just learning. I'm just in my process. I'm learning. I will eventually become a profitable trader. You don't think, is it even possible to become a profitable trader? Your mind receives that and say, no, it's not possible, because you have doubt. But if you say, it's possible for me to become a profitable trader, I deserve success, I am successful, I deserve it, and I promise you, you start feeding your mind and you start seeing your habits changing as well, because now you are feeding success into your mind and your mind starts looking for success as well. So that's how the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, even in trading, you need to apply it like that. Be careful of what you feed your subconscious mind through your conscious mind, because your subconscious mind becomes automatic. It will make failure automatic. It will make blowing accounts automatic. It will make fear automatic. It will make greed automatic if you keep feeding it that information. But if you start feeding it patience, you start feeding it discipline, you start feeding it positive thoughts, that's what it will give you. That's what it will give you. All right. Do we understand each other? Thumbs up. Can I move on? We understand now that the subconscious mind is the one that controls our emotions and controls our habits. We all understand that. But for it to get to that place where it controls our minds and our emotions, it means there is a subconscious, there is a conscious mind that gives it reasoning, that gives it information. And it takes that information and then it grows a seed. Are we good? Are we together? Can I move on? All right. This is one of the most powerful things I've learned throughout my journey in understanding, in learning, studying about human behavior. Biases. What we call biases. All right. Biases, it's in simple terms is that people will always gravitate towards information that confirms their existing beliefs. All right. People will usually gravitate to information or things that confirms their existing beliefs. Right. Whether the evidence is there or not. Have you ever been with an argument? Let me guys know. Or maybe you are the type of person. Have you ever been in an argument with someone and you can give them all the evidence on why they are wrong, but they still insist that they are right? Have you ever been in an argument with such a person? If it is you, that type of a person, say, that is me. But if it's not you, please, in the group, like I said, guys, I love to interact. If you say in the group, I have met such people, you can give them evidence. They will try and find evidence to prove, even when you know that you are wrong. This person is wrong, but they say, I am right, and they will try and find information that confirms that they are right, even though they are wrong, even though you know they are wrong. Is it just me, guys? Or you guys have ever been in this? That's me. Jappy, you're gonna have a problem. Tepo says, my friend. Guys, that's what we call confirmation bias. People will always look for information that confirms their belief. And in trading, I always liken it to this. If you find yourself, and I'm sorry to say this because it's going to be a bit harsh, but I want to help you. If you find yourself believing, and we all have that one friend, if you find yourself always believing in scams or getting scammed or something that just doesn't look right, and you always find yourself falling for it, there is a higher chance that in your mind you have a belief that you can get easy money. In your mind, you have this existing belief that you can get easy money. You don't have to work hard for money. You don't want, Irene says, my sister. So at least now you have the awareness of what is happening to her. It's not that she's a bad person. Human beings generally are like that. And you need to be aware. And most times you need to ask yourself and pause. When you are aware, you'll pause and ask yourself, am I under a confirmation bias? Is this really the truth, or am I just being stubborn? Do I seek to be right, or do I seek to know the truth? Most people always seek to be right, not necessarily want to know the truth. It's like if I'm arguing with someone, and this is what I always do, and maybe Tepo, Jappy, everyone that's here, start asking this question. If you're arguing with someone and you guys are arguing, ask them and say, what will make you believe what I'm saying? What facts? If I can produce facts, what is that fact that can make you to believe what I'm saying is true? If they don't have an answer for that, stop wasting your time and arguing with that person. That person is committed to being right. That person doesn't want to know the truth. All right. So as human beings, it's just what we do. We seek information that confirms our existing beliefs. Even in trading, you'll find that a person wants to take $100 to 10 million in 3 days. Yeah, because I saw someone doing it. Or you take 20 rands to 100,000 in one trade. I saw someone do it. So that means I can also do it. That should tell you that in your mind you already have an existing belief that is not good for you, and it will always lead you to making wrong decisions. So even in trading, you find yourself, you are trading, instead of taking profit at 50, because you in your mind already you only think that $50 is not good profit. Good profit is only $100. So you're only seeking $100. You're confirming that I'm only profitable if I've made $100. Is that true? No, it's not true. The truth is that even at $50, you've made profit. But because of the existing belief that profit is only when I get to a certain amount, your mind is unable to see the progress and the success you have made. Does that make sense, guys? I find a lot of people, and I always ask people, how many trades does it take you to blow an account? And the answer is always 1, 2. But you've won 5 trades, but you couldn't see. But if you ask that person, are you a struggling trader? They say, yes, I'm a struggling trader. Because in their mind, they don't see the progress that they are making. They're only seeing the negativity that they've already built in their mind. When they hit that loss and when they blow their account, it confirms the existing belief that they are not a good trader. Even when they've had really good trades, the evidence is there that you are a good trader, but the confirmation bias of receiving information based off the belief that you say, I am not a good trader, makes you not even see the progress that you are making. So majority of you right now, I can tell you right now, you've had really good trades, but you don't see them. You only remember the one that you blew because of the existing belief that you're not a good trader, that you're a struggling trader. Say in the comment section say in the group, that's me. I know all of you. If all of you don't say here, you are a liar. You are a liar. You need deliverance. I need to pray for you. I need to pray for you. You need deliverance. You know. That's me. Yes. Accept the truth and say, that's me. So now, when it's happening, you'll have the awareness. Remember, I said the main thing with trading psychology is what? Awareness. So now when it starts happening, you start seeing, oh, it's confirmation bias. This is not really, remember, perception. My perception is not reality. It's just my perception of reality. You start saying, oh, this is not really the truth. It's just how I perceive it. I'm not really a struggling trader. I am a good trader. So you start now reprogramming and rewiring your mind. That's what we call confirmation bias. We also have what we call loss aversion. This is the fear of losses outweighing the desire for gains. How do you know you're struggling with loss aversion? You are able to hold a trade that is in losses because you are fearful to close a loss. How many of you, say in the comment section and I'll tell you, how many of you are afraid to close a loss? How many of you have found yourself, you'll rather let the account blow than manually closing the loss? Say it. I know you are all here. All 27 of you, I know you are here. I know you are here. I know you are here. You'll rather let the account blow than close a loss manually. But on the other hand, as soon as you see $2 of profit, you are too quick to close. All 27 of you. Me, I can't even close losses. I even adjust SN. Exactly. That's what we call loss aversion. You are so afraid of taking a loss, but your fear of losses outweighs the desire for profits. So instead of thinking, maybe if I close this loss, I can be able to be more profitable. Right? I don't want to be responsible for the loss. It's impossible to close a loss, especially when I believe it's gonna go well, but it always tends. Exactly. So it's like, I want to close. I know I should close, but I can't do it. What is happening to you? Loss aversion. You are not aware. I keep telling myself it will come back. Exactly. Everyone here, all 27 of you, I leave it and start over. You see, it's about the awareness. The awareness. That's why an effective trading plan is so important, guys. An effective trading plan helps you to say, this is the rule that I've set for myself. If I get to this amount of loss, I have to close. I have to close. Plain, simple. It doesn't matter what I feel. I just have to close because my rules say this based off my trading plan. But now, because you have the awareness, you will know that you are not crazy. It's all of you. Everybody is going through the same thing. So you start knowing, oh no, this is what we call loss aversion. So you now start knowing, okay, even if I don't close now, I'm going to lose all of this money. So I need to conquer my fear of losses and have the desire for gains, because if I close the small loss, I'll have an opportunity to be more profitable again. Perception. The perception needs to change. You need not to be obsessed with being right. You need to be obsessed with capital preservation, and number 2, with capital gain. Your number 1 obsession is preserving your money. Your second obsession should be making money. Cutting losses short, it's part of making money, guys. Attach a new meaning to closing losses. Think of it this way. Let's do a reverse psychology. If you have $100 and you close your losses at $20, and someone has $100 and they don't close their losses and they end up losing the whole $100, do you know that in reality you have made $80 compared to that guy? Think about it, guys. Reason with me here. Let's use logic. All right, let's use logic. If 2 of us are trading the same trade on $100, I close $20 of loss and you blow the account, did I not make $80? Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. I want you to think about it. If 2 of us are trading a $100 account, one closes $20 of loss and the other one blows, and we've taken the same trade. In reality, did I not make $80? You see that my perception is different from the one that refuses to close the loss, because I see closing that loss as part of me making money. That one refusing to close the loss is him losing money. Sometimes the profit is not even the blue. Sometimes the profit is the small loss that you take. That gives you an opportunity to be more profitable. So you need to start attaching a different meaning to the loss that you close. The loss that you're closing is not you losing money, it's you saving money. All right. You know, there's this thing the Japanese say. They say if you find yourself on a train that goes in the wrong direction, the quicker you get off that train, the cheaper it is. But the longer you stay on that train, the more expensive it becomes for you to come back. So if I get on a train that goes to Durban and I wanted to go to Limpopo, the sooner I get off that train, the cheaper it will be for me to go to Limpopo. But if I stay on that train until it gets to Durban, it's going to cost me more to come back and go to Limpopo. And that's what we are doing when we are refusing to close losses. And I can tell you 99.999999999% of the time, that trade always blows the account when you refuse to close. Say in the comment section, that's me. There's 29 of you now. Don't lie. All right. So that's what we call loss aversion. So now you need to start being aware of what is happening to you and attach a different meaning. That different meaning you need to come up with it. You need to believe it and say, this is my perception. This is how I view it. Hey, my brother, you're prophesying. You know, you need to have that clear definition of what that means to you. To us, it can mean different things, but you need to attach a different meaning so you can stop suffering from loss aversion. All right. Recency bias. Recency bias. That is another common thing a lot of traders are struggling with. Recency bias is giving more weight to recent events. This is one of the major leading factors to overconfidence, and this is one of the major leading factors to revenge trading and fear. So let me know if this is you in the comment section. You've had a really good week. You've hit a really good trade. The market sniper entry. You killed it straight into profits. You got too confident, and the next trade you took, you didn't do your due diligence as you usually analyze. You just entered because you thought to yourself, I've got this. I'm now a master. I'm like Easy now. I'm Agent 45. Sniper entries only. And you take a sniper entry into losses. How many of you have ever been there? You took really good trades, really, really good trades. You got so confident. You thought, you know what, I've got this. I'm the best there is. And you took a sniper entry into the wrong direction. It's because you have what we call recency bias. You put more weight to recent events. Because I've been winning so much, it means I'm now a winner. You forget the rules. And you will always be punished. You will always be punished. That's what we call recency bias. You forget the rules, and you make decisions based off the recent events that just took place. Or vice versa. You've been losing so much, and then you started analyzing, but you are afraid to take that trade because of the big loss that you took. And when you came, you're literally looking at the trade going in your direction. You're seeing it, you said it's going to buy here, it turned exactly there, it keeps going in your direction, and you are afraid to enter because you've put more weight to the previous loss that just happened to you. Mumbali, I'm sorry. You're not alone. All 29 of them here, they don't want to say it, but it's true. They don't want to say it, but it's true. Many traders suffer this. Again, it all boils down to what? Awareness. Am I aware? Am I going through loss aversion? Am I having a confirmation bias? Am I having a recency bias? Are we good? I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but the more we talk about it, the more you learn. So, it's like me. What do you mean? It's like me, bro? What does that mean, sir? Or ma'am? I don't know how to. It's she. It's like bro. Yes. Hey, you're talking to me right now. I can tell you, all 29 or 30 of us here have been through this. We just don't want to confirm. I don't know why everybody else is quiet. Even if you keep quiet, I'll keep on speaking the truth. Even if you keep quiet, I won't stop speaking the truth until you say it's me. Until you say in the comment section, it's me. You need to repent. Forgiveness comes after repentance. Forgiveness comes after repent. They say they always say acceptance is the first step to getting help. I need you to I'm having an intervention for you guys today. I'm having an intervention for you guys today. You need to accept, even if you keep quiet. The best way to avoid this is set and forget, and I learned the hard way after blowing my account for being way too confident. I was waiting for you because you're the one that keeps sending sniper entries. You are here quiet, acting like everything is alright. Lani, I know. I know what happened to you. Alright guys, jokes aside, you guys know me, I love humor. It's always best to laugh these things off, not take it too personal. But this is exactly what happens to most of us, guys. This is exactly what happens to most of us. Alright, Are we good? Are we good? So, how do you do this, guys? Understanding your emotional triggers. All of us are triggered by different things. Understand how fear and euphoria impact your trading decisions. Start paying attention to your triggers. For some of you, it may be a lot size. For some of you, it may be a number. Maybe when the market gets to $20 loss, you start losing your mind. Pay attention to that. For some of you, it may just be when you're trading with other people and people are around you and you panic a lot. I know a lot of people, when they are around other traders, they panic, they close too early. And when they hear different opinions, they close too early. Start paying attention to those triggers. The turning from blue to red, exactly. So when that triggers you, one of the things that you need to do is you need to learn the art of precise entries. If you get precise entries, you know that you won't see that a lot. Once the market moves in your direction, you know that you are safe. But also stop looking at the charts a lot. Stop paying too much attention to the chart. As Lani said, set and forget. Put your TP, put your stop loss, set and forget. And maybe come up with the rules. Okay, I'll only check the charts after every hour or after every 30 minutes. And really stick to it. Really stick to it, guys. All right. Understand how your emotions, understand your triggers. Once you understand your triggers, then you are then able to put TP and SL, then delete MT5. No. That's still operating in fear. You need to be able to get to a point where these things don't control you that much. Because when you delete, then you're still operating on fear, which doesn't solve the problem. It temporarily solves it, but in the long run, you still have a problem. We need to get to a point where you know I am aware of what is happening to me. So therefore, I'm not going to check the charts, and you discipline yourself and you start doing that. You know, it's hard for me. I want to check how every candlestick go. Mostly I check the 50. You need to discipline yourself. Oh, then it passes your daily loss maximum for the day. No, that's why you put a stop loss. That's why you put a stop loss. Remember, guys, and I need you guys to have this understanding, and I know you have been taught otherwise, that a stop loss needs to be put maybe at a certain level, maybe below a low or above a high. No, the number one thing of a stop loss is determining how much am I going to lose. Because the high and the low, it may be way above your maximum, maybe way above what you have set for yourself. Guys, it doesn't have to go to that low for you to prove. Cut that loss short. That's why I said, have a different meaning. Attach a different meaning. Look at a stop loss as saving money. That's you saving money. All right. Like I said, once you understand your triggers, then you can start looking at different ways in which to combat. Start finding what works for you. You know, like myself, I know if I take a big loss, I put my phone, all right, in my room. I take a walk if I'm home. All right. If I'm at the office, I do admin work. I do all the other things, and I forget to check, and I come back and check. You know, as we are right now, I'm currently in trades. I don't even know whether they're in losses or they're in profit. You know, but I focus on this, so I don't pay too much attention to the charts, lest I make irrational decisions. Once I enter a trade, it's so hard for me to let go of my trading device. I check every 5 minutes. One of the reasons why people do that is what we call trading with scared money. What does that mean? You're trading with money you cannot afford to lose. You have an emotional attachment to that money. And I can tell you right now, 99.99999% you're going to make an irrational decision and you're going to blow your account. So you decide what is more worth, you checking your phone every 5 minutes or you making money. What is more important to you? Your ego and your fear or making money? Are you going to babysit your trades for the rest of your life because you know the outcome of what happens when you babysit your trades? You know what's going to happen. So you need to, the problems we trade with money we need, that's the whole, exactly. You're trading with scared money, and unfortunately I don't have a prescription for that. The only prescription is stop trading with scared money. Stop trading with money you need for something else. I'm telling you right now, you're going to lose it. Plain, simple, period. You are going to lose it. If you stop thinking you are Superman and stop thinking you can turn that rent money into millions, and start believing that, I'm not as smart as I think I am. Right? Sometimes you have to make that call and say, I'm not as good as I think I am. Maybe let me stop thinking. Maybe let me stop thinking from maybe let me stop thinking with sorry guys. I have a little bit of flu, so please forgive me for that. All right. So don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. I promise you, you're going to lose it. You're not that good of a trader. You're not that good of a trader. Actually, the best traders are traders that are trading with money they can afford to lose. Because there is no emotional attachment to that money. There is no responsibility linked to that money. And that's how they make money. So that's why you make money on demo. And when you go in real life, it's a different story. That's the main reason. You're trading with money. If you treated the money that you that's why, again, a relationship with money is so important. You need to have a good relationship with money and understand money. All right. That when you're trading with money that you can't afford to lose, you're going to lose it. But when you're trading with money, when you're trading with money that you can afford to lose, you make good quality decisions because there is no emotions attached to it. Forex is not aviator. No, it's not. It's not. It's advisable to also to plan. Is it advisable also to plan things with profit you will make before you even? That's another problem. You think Forex is aviator, I see. You think it's a better way. You gotta have a big problem, my friend. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. We are running. It's been an hour already, guys. Are we good so far? Also, don't same as borrowing people money. Don't borrow money you can't afford to lose to avoid. Absolutely. Say no to borrowing people money. If anyone comes to you and borrows that money and you're not comfortable with letting go of that money, don't borrow them. Because you guys are going to fight. But if you're comfortable with them not paying you back and you can put it as a gift, actually put it as a gift. You don't have to borrow them if you can. But if you can't, again, don't. You can't solve everyone's problems. You need to learn how to say no. Guys, I think this hour has been enough. I don't want to bombard you with a lot of information. Have I shed enough light in your trading? Would you say you start seeing where your problem is and you can start looking at how you can start fixing that? Talk to me. Talk to me, guys. Most definitely an eye-opener, very useful information. Another problem is we see Forex as a way out. Guys, let me tell you, Forex trading is not a cheap alternative. It's actually one of the hardest ways you'll make money. The barrier to entry is easy, but making money is hard in trading, especially consistently. So if you look at it as a cheap way out and not as a career, I promise you, this is a promise. I promise you, you are going to be severely disappointed. You will go from being broke to being poor. If you don't look at it as a business, you don't look at it as a career, you look at it as a cheap way out, I promise you, you are going to go from broke to poor. That's what's going to happen to you. And I will tell you the truth. I have the responsibility to tell you guys the truth. It's not a cheap way out. It's not an easy alternative from business. It's not an easy alternative from a 9 to 5. You gotta hey, this guy sent Benny Mac. I love Benny Mac, man. I love Benny Mac, the late Benny Mac. May he rest in peace. I used to love this guy's comedy. Guys, I have to be real with you. It's not China. China. I say aviator. It's not. It's a business. And it's a business that was created by very intelligent people and very intelligent machinery. All right. You know. So yes, guys. Someone, if you have a future, how do I calculate how much loss I should take per trade and how much profit I would need? Sometimes I put like I'm sorry to laugh. What we're going to do, guys, is I see a lot of you have the same problem. Remember the trading plan I sent in the group? Let me send it again. Where is it? I need to what is it? I need to do a live session breaking this down for you guys, because I see if you don't have this foundation, it's everything else that I taught you will kind of like fall in the cracks. So we need to make another session. Let's say next week. We still, guys, there's still so much on this session, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 more slides that we need to work on. You know, we need to work on the filtering of perception. Remember, we spoke about perception, how to identify and challenge your filters, exercises to improve objectivity. We're going to speak about techniques for reframing losses, developing a resilient mind. So there's still a lot that we need to work on, right? But I feel let's do a session based off this trading plan. So when everything else I teach you falls onto a well-built foundation, because this is a foundation, guys. This is a foundation. You know, I remember a year ago I asked Izy to come to help me on my journey. He told me to come back when I have a stable income, because trying to do it alone would be a losing game. Came back 10 months later and instead bought the course. Don't regret. Absolutely. It's like, guys, you know, I could have easily taken your money and just let you struggle throughout and not tell you the truth. But I was willing to say, look, bro, go find something else to do. Find something else to do so you can fund this business, so you won't be frustrated. So when you come to me, and I'm glad that you are here because you're one of the most well-performing students currently right now in the group. And I'm glad that you are here. And I didn't even know this until you mentioned it now, that I told you, go get a stable income. Once you have an income, then trading becomes better. When you have something else that brings in the money, guys, trading is better when you have extra money. I can promise you right now, So, but yeah, thank you so much, guys, for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm sorry again for taking too much time. We should have been done by 8. It's now 20 to 9. But I hope it was valuable for you guys and you learned something. I hope so, that I didn't waste your time and you're going to go and implement. I was recording this session. I'm gonna put it on the website maybe tomorrow. If not, I don't know when, because I'm actually going on a mission trip tomorrow. So I'll only be back on Saturday. So if it's not done by tomorrow, it will be done by next week Monday, and then then I'll let you guys know that it's been uploaded on the on the website. All right. That's it from you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you guys